So the first highlight didn't take long. Urhul Tremor card obtained. Tremor set complete, and we never have to worry about farming tremors ever again. They are done, and like I promised, we found the final tremor card off the corpse, the still warm corpse of this pack of Urhul tremors that I just killed. Now, here's a question. Oh, okay, no, that question was answered pretty quickly. The question was, what is the next nature creature that I can farm? And I guess it's going to be trolls, the very next group of people. Alright, having shown you this, I'm going to go off. I'm going to go off now. I'll see you in a bit. And the next drop came, I think, in the very next realm. Yeah, I think this is the realm immediately following the realm where I found the Tremor card, and now we have the Humilitas Sanctus card, which I think has completed the Sanctus set. After barriers are destroyed, there's a small chance to gain Shelled. Let's just confirm whether this is indeed the final Sanctus card. It is indeed, completes the Sanctus set, and looks like the Sea Shamblers are next in the firing line. And in terms of life creatures, sirens? No. Sphinxes. Probably sphinxes. Yep. Sphinxes and spirits are going to be the next life creatures. And alphabetically, sea shamblers are next. Alright, having shown you that, I'll head off and I'll be back soon. Alright, we are about to find a troll skin. This one, didn't get a good look at it, but it looked funky. Beach bum. Let's take a look at this. Troll skin, beach bum. There we go. It's just a troll out for a just an enjoyable day at the beach. Got his towel. I don't know if that's what his skin looks like or if he's sunburned, but yeah. Seems he's got his sunglasses too. Seems to be having a good time, and I think we'll leave him to it. And having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. Okay, so here is a trait netherstone. I feel like this name, the name of this trait is familiar. Culmination. Let's see if that's any good. Spells deal more damage. For each spell all your creatures have manually cast. I mean, that's not a bad way to stack a little bit of bonus damage, but I feel like there are better ways than that. Nevertheless, we'll keep it, like we're keeping all the other trait netherstones, but, you know, probably not going to use it. Anyway, having shown you that, I'm going to go back off. See you in a bit. Alright, so we've gotten the triple master encounter again. I only see the first master. I don't see the two behind him, so it's possible we could get some rare masters. And we did, but not one of the ones we wanted. So the one behind him is the dumpling master. Of course, we don't want the dumpling master. We want either the Godspawn master, who we need to find one more time, or the construct master, who we need to fight 4 more times. But whatever, I guess we'll take the dumpling master. Sure, it's fine. That's our 15th encounter with you. No idea who you are. You're the basilisk master. Good for you. Alright, so we'll just open these 6 chests. Yeah, opening chests is pretty depressing on low levels because you get nothing. Anyway, having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. Alright, I think I'm gonna hand in my Rune of Prophecies because it's gonna complete 2 lines. And then, excuse me, I meant to say I'm gonna hand in my Goblet of Trials because it's going to complete 2 lines, and then we're just going to hand in the Rune of Prophecies. And then I may or may not roll the Goblet of Trials. We'll see. Let me just turn this in. This gives us 4 lines. That's fine. And I'm currently playing the Doombringer. So if I was to roll this, I'd have to roll it until the Doombringer came back up. But that's a decision for me to make off screen. Anyway, I've shown you this. And I'm gonna be back off. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, this was unexpected. So first of all, here's a nether stone. The trait is called Glaive of Justice. But the reason I say it's unexpected is because I got it in this nether encounter playing with these riddle dwarves. In fact, I got it from the Kino riddle dwarf. And I have 1 game left to play, so might as well play some slots. Are we feeling lucky today? I guess we're not. Anyway, let's take a look at that nether stone that we just picked up. Glaive of Justice. Is this a good trait? Okay, it's one of those racial ones that depends on having, in this case, specifically hunters in your party. And it doesn't seem that great, although I'm sure if you have the right kind of build, you can turn Holy Smite into a powerful spell, but not really relevant to our build. Nevertheless, we'll keep it, because it's a trait, and I'm gonna head off, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm showing this because this happens not every day when you donate to Torrent. Usually you get nothing, but every once in a while when you donate, I don't know if there's like a probability-based thing, or if every 30 times you do it, he just does this, but we're getting the message right now that it's honestly a little concerning that you think something new will eventually happen if you donate enough resources to Torrent. Are you insane? Fine, take a pity prize. This gives us 2500 favor, and in this case, it even takes us to another favor rank. So, cool little bonus there, and having shown you that, I am gonna go back off. And here we go, Innocent Shambler card obtained, which I'm pretty confident is gonna complete the Sea Shambler set. So let's take a quick look at that and confirm. Indeed, the Sea Shambler set, it's a bit of a tongue twister, Sea Shambler set is complete. And this has improved the Blighted debuff. Enemies who are Blighted now have a harder time getting buffs, which is that's fine. I'll take it. I think the other 2 bonuses, the damage bonuses, are the more important things. This one's just a bit of a minor freebie, but the important thing is now we have 1012 cards, only 40 more left in the game, and any more that are obtained in this session, you'll be seeing them shortly. Right, Drifting Shade card obtained, and this takes us to 1013 cards. 39 remain to be found, and let's take a look at the Shade set. 4 out of 8. So this set has quite a few cards left in it, but you know what? One by one, they shall fall. And having shown you this little update, I'm gonna go back off, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I summoned a bunch of life shape shifters into this realm, and this red one, I do believe, is gonna have a special skin, because he's the only one who looks different. And lo and behold, it's a sort of lava-oriented skin called Chaos Form. Let's take a closer look at that. So, shape shifter Chaos Form. Here we go. It's only the second shapeshifter skin that we've gotten, and this one was I believe an ascension reward for the shapeshifter ascension, and This one is the first one that we've gotten for from the creatures themselves. Having shown you this, I'm gonna go back off. I will see you in a bit. And here we go, Troll Ale Master card obtained. That takes us to 1014, only 38 cards left. And let's take a look at the Troll set. 2 more cards will complete this set. Having shown you this, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. And here we go, Ever Night Shade card. And what has that done to the Shade set? I think this is only a partial bonus. Chance to not lose the invisible buff after attacking or casting spells. Yeah, it's a partial bonus. The next bonus will be for completing the set. It's 5 out of 8 Shade cards. That is 1015 cards overall. 37 left to find. And I'll see you in a bit. Right, we are about to pick up a Shade skin. This one looked odd. Looked like there were a whole bunch of ghosts there. Angry Spirits. Let's take a look at this skin. Angry Spirits. Ooh, yeah. There's quite a few of them. I mean, I love the color scheme on this one. It looks pretty good. The animations below look pretty funky as well. Yep. Cool little skin. Having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. And mere moments after that, the Gateway Shade card has dropped. Let's see what that has done to the Shade set. 6 out of 8. Alright, having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off. I'll see you in a bit. And just a few moments after that, the Wandering Shade card has dropped. These shades are folding pretty quickly. That's 7 out of 8. And one more card will complete the Shade set. And if that drops, or if there are any other highlights, you will find out shortly. Right, we are about to get another Shade skin. This one looked kind of like it was covered in leaves. Jungle Shade. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that Jungle Shade. Yep, just covered in leaves. Doesn't really look much like a, ghost, which is what the other shades look like, but still pretty cool. And hang on, what's this? Oh, sorry. I was just confused because the shades that I'm hunting right now also kind of look like the jungle shades. Anyways, I was thrown by that for a moment, but that was just a coincidence. Anyway, having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. And I do believe this is the completion for the Shade set. And creatures take less damage while they're invisible. This is actually pretty good. Any sort of damage reduction, even if it's conditional on having some specific status, is pretty good. Because if you have a reliable way to get that status, then that's basically almost permanent damage reduction, which is very valuable. And also, just another card set completed. Takes us to 1018. 34 more cards to go. God, these cards are coming pretty quick. Shade set complete. Shadow set next in the firing line. And having shown you this, I'm going to go back off. See you in a bit. And here we go. Sorcery Shapeshifter card. And that takes us to 1019. And let's take a look at the Shapeshifter set. 6 out of 8. And having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. And here we go. Troll King card obtained. What has that done for the Troll set? That set is now 1 card away from completion. Having shown you this, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. And now we're about to find a Troll skin. This one is called Doger. That took me a while to parse. Let's take a look at what it's called. Talks brother. Oh, it's right here. Doger. I guess it's like dough, like bread. I guess that's the joke going on. Anyway, cool looking skin. And having shown you that, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. And here we go. Shadow Juggernaut card completes the Shadow set. Now let's take a look at the cards. 10, 21, 31 cards remain in the game. And just to show you where the Shadow set is, Shadow set is done. Shapeshifters are next on the list. Having shown you this, I'm gonna go off. See you in a bit. Alright, we're about to see a Sin skin. A Sin skin for the Sin race. It's called Iniquitous Incarnate. Interesting name. Let's take a look at that. Sin. We're looking for Sin. Iniquitous Incarnate is the only Sin skin we found. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but it looks kind of frightening. It looks kind of cool. And having shown you that, I am going to go back off. Right, Dollar Sin card has now dropped, and I believe that the Sin set is now one card away from completion. We are at 1022 cards, exactly 30 remain to be found. With that, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. We just found the Trollborg card. Unfortunately, I clicked a bit too quick to show you the loot drop screen. Sorry about that, but I can show you this screen, which shows us that we have now the bonus for the full set. For the Troll set, I'll just show you the set in just a moment. Yeah, the Troll set is now complete. Takes us to 1023. Only 29 cards remain in the whole game. And having shown you this, I'm gonna go back off. See you in a bit. And here's another Sin skin that's about to drop, called Light Sin. So let's just take a quick look at that one. Light Sin is the second Sin skin that we've gotten, and it just kind of looks like a regular Sin to me. I mean, it does look kind of light as well. It's carrying some lights, some torches. So I guess that kind of checks out. Anyway, I've shown you this one, and I'm gonna go off now, and if there are any more highlights, which probably there won't be because I only have one more realm to do, but if anything happens, you will see it shortly. And here's one final highlight. Life Shapeshifter card obtained. The Shapeshifter set, I believe, is now only a card away from completion. That takes us to card number 1024. 28 left to get. And having shown you this, I'm gonna go back off, and when we come back, I think we're gonna be doing the 100th realm. I'll show you the 100th realm, and then we'll do our regular episode. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, it is time to get the final realm done with the Doombringer, and then we'll do our regular episode with where am I going? Regular episode with our usual character, but first, let's just get this final realm done. We'll do it at a low level as usual. Just to wrap things up. We'll just run in, run out. Hang on, let me just quickly adjust the mic. Just run in, run out. And just going. Ooh, we've got riddles. We do need to answer riddles for the next Rune of Prophecies, so that's good. So hopefully we'll get all three of them. In fact, there's no reason not to get all three of them correct, especially given that you can just look up the answer. if you want. So that is what I will be doing. Hopefully, though, it'll just ask me questions that I already know the answer to. You know, it'll be quicker that way. Anyway. What the hell? What the hell kind of layout is this? This is a terrible layout. Ugh, this is a terrible layout. Hideous. Just the worst. There isn't even gonna be a riddle dwarf in it. Yeah, that's... I fucking saw that coming. Okay, so let's just try and avoid combat as much as we can. Bit of a dumb realm, but we'll see. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe there'll be a really awesome nether portal in the somewhere in the rest of the map, but for now let us just get this done. And alright, the Barons is Iseros. I could summon people at the candle, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna end the realm so that we can be done. What an awful layout this is. Where are these guys? Come on. Okay, there's... Oh, there... What a... Like, I'm sorry, I'm going on and on about this, but what a terrible layout. Summon animated gem must be sorcery, but I'm gonna check. Summon animated gem is a sorcery class spell. There we go. We get our 100th realm done, and we got our costume, which we will take a look at when we head back home. Gain a bit of favor with all the gods, alright? Unhinged Gorgon, I think it's gotta be either sorcery or chaos. So let's just look it up. Unhinged. Not unhindered. Unhinged. Gorgon is, drumroll please, sorcery class. Alright. So that's that prophecy done, and we're just gonna ignore the rest of the realm, head home, check out our, not new realm, check out our rewards, and then do a regular old-fashioned episode. Alright, so let's take a look at the wardrobe. We're looking at Doombringer costumes. So this is the basic Doombringer. This is the one that you get for 50 realms, which is, I guess, just the basic. But it gets some wings and some sort of like magical flames coming out of his hands are now bigger. They almost kind of look like blades. And then you get the third tier Doombringer, which looks kind of confusing. I mean, like, it's pixel art, so there's a limit to how much detail that you can put, but it's a bit hard because the flames and his arms are a very similar color to the wings on his back, so it's hard to tell what's going on, but you know what, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, let's switch back to the animator. And I think we're gonna have to fix our spells. Yeah. So let's quickly do that. What am I missing? Oh, I must have created a new death spell gem. Oh, hang on. Come on. Greater Dispel. I must have created a new death spell gem because usually Finger of Death and Greater Dispel show up at the bottom of that page, but they were not. Okay, so a few things we have to do. Have to kill a specific false god Mindworm. So let's set a bounty for that right now. Set a bounty against Mindworm. What? I've got to hand in the Goblet of Trials, and then I'll roll the goblet again. Rolling the goblet already. So early into the episode. But this is a goblet that I'd been... Like, at some point I completed the Goblet of Trials while I was doing the Doombringer, and I was like, I'll just keep it. I was gonna say, if we're lucky, we won't have to roll it, but we're not lucky. I'll roll it once, just to see if maybe we do get slightly lucky. And we don't. So just give me a moment, I'll roll it, and I'll be back momentarily. Okay, that did not take too long. Finally, I guess let's hand in some projects. And then we can get going. All right, let's do this. All right. Unfortunately, we had to do 2 raids, but that's okay. Let's do another Keyforge, do another pilgrimage. I think 71 is now the lowest. Oh, by the way, we hit level 80 with Tartareth while I was doing... there's one very important thing I forgot to mention. Speaking of things that happened while I was doing my low-level farming, is at some point we hit 93% game completion. I should have mentioned this much earlier, but I just completely forgot. We had 93% game completion, and just to show you the achievements that we gotten, pretty much just the Doombringer achievements. So at some point getting these 10 achievements pushed us over the threshold from 92 to 93, so that's pretty good. And I guess I might as well show you some of the other achievement progress that we made. So on Peculiar Collection, we're at 5.64, slowly getting there. And the only other achievement that we really made progress on was Treasure Trove and, Resourcefulness and Homewrecker. So getting close to 36,000 resource nodes and roughly double that for other breakable objects. Okay, so now with that done, I still need to do another couple projects, I guess. Do another training mission, sure. Do another raid mission, just in case. And now, gotta do Instability 5, and as luck would have it, we immediately can go into a realm, because 370 is an acceptable item bonus. Okay, so speaking Speaking of Tartar, like we were just talking about you, I'll show you the level 80 bonus. It's very disappointing. It's +1 knowledge items from Parchment. And like we already have max knowledge with all creatures. So the only way this could have been... Damn it, really? The only way this could have been useful for us is if we'd gotten high rank with Tartareth early, and then maybe we could have gotten some value out of it. But by the... What the fuck is... Some nonsense is going on with this guy's extra traits. So you know what, let's go ahead and change our macros. Alright. Anyway. So yeah, the level 80 bonus for Tartareth ended up being a bit of a waste, but you know what? There are other... The fuck off. Man, these extra traits really are being quite annoying. And we're only a couple minutes into this episode. This guy though is a champion, so that was his nemesis attribute that was keeping him alive. Anyway. Protected, really? So a bit of a dumb first realm, but what are you gonna do? Should we summon anybody at the candle? I'll think about it. You know what? Yeah, okay. I'll do it. Just to show you... Ooh, dumpling. Just to show you how far we've gone at the candle. How deep we have to go before there's a creature that we need to farm. We've got to go all the way to page 54 before there's a creature whose card we haven't farmed yet. So we could do shapeshifters or we could do sins. We need to kill both sorcery and death, so let's, I guess, go shapeshifter first. I did go pretty hard card farming while I was doing those 100 realms. And we're at the point where we need just one card per episode, roughly. I think maybe a little bit more than one card per episode between now and episode... Oh, how did I let that guy escape? That was a very disappointing. We'll catch that guy on the way back, or I mean, well, he's escaped this room, but we'll have to catch him somewhere else. Alright. So I'm also thinking, and I'll mention this again at the end of the episode, that I'm gonna stop doing the 100 realms for now. Excuse me? The fuck? The fuck is what is... Hang on, I need to figure... What happened that killed my entire party? What the Prometheus? I don't even know. I strongly suspect that extra traits were involved in this nonsense that just happened. Oh my god, fucking stop, dude. It, it might also be their fusion. Regardless, I'm pretty much done with this. I am done with your nonsense, good sir. Alright, nether stone that we're gonna have to destroy. Let me just screenshot that quick. Alright. Oh, and now it's the dumpling who made the mistake this time, because he came back into the room that he had escaped. A fatal mistake. Alright, so don't really need to answer Riddle Dwarf questions anymore, but we'll talk to this guy. All the same. Tauren rules over Cutthroat Jungle. Alright, take out these guys. And we'll do the rest of this realm. And then we'll move through the rest of the episode. So as I was saying earlier, doing those 100 realms takes a long time, and it's super boring, especially if you're trying to get it all done pretty quickly. I think what I might eventually start doing is when everything else in the game is done, we'll have to figure out a way. How are we gonna handle the rest of these just long, grindy achievements whose only, like, the only way to do them is to play the game for hundreds and hundreds of hours? Like, what's an acceptable way to do them, and also how should the series incorporate them? Maybe we'll switch to streaming. Streaming is a way to make really long grinds fun. I see people streaming Borderlands 2 when they're farming for some very specific, very rare thing that takes dozens of hours. And then, you know, like, you play for a while, and, you know, you hang out with anybody who wants to watch. And if somebody, for whatever reason, wants to watch the farms, they can watch the VODs, but the point is just to hang out with people while you're doing it. I know Mr. Llama does that a lot with Diablo 2. I don't know if he does any... Well, occasionally he does do stuff like farming for high runes. But I know he definitely did that for the the Holy Grail. That's definitely something that you, like, don't want to be doing all by yourself with no company. So yeah, that's it. There are options for... Well, here we go. First card drop for the episode comes courtesy of the creature we were farming. The unstable shapeshifter has dropped us their card. We now have completed the shapeshifter effect. Let's actually take a look at the card set. 27 cards remain to be found. Where's the shapeshifter set complete? Deal more damage to creatures that are weak. Take less damage from creatures that are strong. And against your class, that is. And then this doubles that. to 20. Ooh, luck of the draw 10. That's interesting. So that's the final card achievement. We could just stop farming cards, but I do want to complete the entire collection. It's just a thing that must happen. We do need to farm death creatures, right? Or kill death creatures, I should say. So let's summon a few of these luxurious sins. Because why take our foot off the gas? Just because we found one card and can theoretically take it easy doesn't mean that we shouldn't aim for more. So let's see what else we can find. And let's see how many cards we find from loot, given that there are so few cards left in the entire game. Unfortunately, these shapeshifters are no longer of value to us. Sad. What am I doing? Well, speaking of cards from loot, here's our first card from loot, the Sphinx Healer card. And let's take a quick look at the Sphinx set. It looks like the game is gonna be a little bit generous to us. So that's 6 out of 7 Sphinx cards. One more will complete that set, and we're now 26 cards away from completion. So the very first realm that we did, it was a bit annoying with the extra crates. But then, subsequently, it paid off quite handsomely with 2 whole card drops. I am happy with that. It's interesting though that luck of the draw 10 is just like 125. I guess. Oh, these motherfuckers shuffled the timeline. You fucking assholes. Please stop. Fucking stop. Fuck off. What is this? Oh my god. This is fucking miserable. Yeah, this is why extra traits are probably a reason not to do farming. I thought I had this covered with my, blank slate. But not if they shuffle the timeline and just ruin the entire party turn order. Whatever. I'm not gonna let these jokers bring me down from what has been a fantastic first realm. Well, I guess technically the first realm was, the 100th Doombringer realm, but you know what I mean. The first proper realm, right? 350 is gonna be good enough to take into another random realm. Hopefully, no extra traits this time, but we'll see. We shall see. Alright, Sanctum Umbra. And no extra traits. Enemies are shelled, which is kind of annoying. But better than them being like this. Better than them being or having extra traits. Alright. We gotta cleanse some obelisks. Gunpowder sounds like chaos? Okay. Alright. Let's go, let's go. Alright. We have donated. That's good. Go down, grab this. And let's make our way through this realm now. That looks like the master. Indeed it is. You are the unguided master. You know what? We'll have that red-white. Do the deed. I'll let them take their turns. Oh, the blight is pretty annoying though. The blight is really annoying, in fact. Clayman? Is this even gonna be enough? Kind of. Alright. There we go. There we go. Master dealt with. Now we can kind of relax for the rest of this realm. Unless there's a Xantai fight. Basically in any realm that you go, any realm where you're going deeper, unless it's a boss fight, typically the most difficult thing you'll have to deal with will be the master. This is kind of a very maze-like segment of the map. Anyway, Malice Harpy took care of the enemy party for us. Thank you kindly. Alright, and let's ooh, Nether Realm. Oh, this is good, because we get 3 treasure chests. 1,000 resources. Nothing in there. 5,000 resources to open this chest. Nothing there. Sad. 10,000 resources to open this one. Nothing in that one. And then a Pandora fight. Please give us something nice. Nothing there, but at least we got some treasure and we got another Nether portal encounter, which gives us a bit of progress towards that achievement. Right, that's kind of nice. Alright, so let's actually go here. Let's take a look at the prophecies. We still need to kill death creatures. Ugh. Fucking, they shuffled the timeline and they have a shield bearer in their party. Like that should be illegal. You should not be allowed to have a party that's that obnoxious. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. So yeah, let's get some luxurious sins on the field. We've already found 2 cards so far this episode. Way ahead of where we need to be. But who's to say that that's where it must end for today? Honestly, 2 cards for this episode, I'd be perfectly happy with that. Because it really does take the pressure off. But if we can find a few more, or like like anymore, and get it to where we need, on average, less than 1 card per episode, then that really will take the pressure off. And it would mean that I won't have to do any more farming episodes. I've basically, those 100 realm episodes, on one level I've been doing them because I need to get the achievements, but really I started to see them as a way to get a bit of a progress made farming cards. And now that we are I'm not gonna say we're guaranteed, because you don't want to make bold declarations before the job is done. But now that it's looking pretty good, I think we can take it easy for a while, which means for at least a few weeks it's gonna be regular episodes with no farming. And if we get to, for instance, episode 490, and we've for some reason fallen way behind, like we need, I don't know, 20 cards or like 18 cards, and we only have 10 episodes, then I might do something about it. But for now, I think we're just gonna coast a little bit. Right, so we're done with this realm objective. I'm just killing these sins, even though I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've completed the death objective. We could hand in the Rune of Prophecies now if we wanted to, but we'll wait. I might as well wait until we've killed Mindworm. Alright. Alright. I also need to get back into the habit of actually interacting with every realm object instead of just leaving them, which is what I was doing during the low-level farming. Just make sure I'm not... Ooh, treasure. What? Huh. Hang on. I should make sure there aren't any more treasure chests, because I didn't realize that this was one of those realms that spawns treasure. Okay. We do have to check to see what's going on. So what else do we need to farm? Life creatures? Alright. What's the first life creature? Sphinx Zealot. Summon one group of these, I guess. Let's keep summoning them until somebody shows up closer to us. Man, okay, here's someone who's relatively close. And we'll see if a chest drops. And if a chest drops, then we'll kill another one. Until we see that no chests are dropping. No chests are dropping, which means we're good. Go to the next realm. New realm. We've got another boss. We'll take this fight in the Arachnid Nest. So come on, give me a good bonus. 397 is going to be a good enough bonus to take to the Arachnid Nest. So far, this episode we have found 2 cards. We would like to find more, obviously. And we have a fight against Furness. Fights against Furness can be quite chaotic. So it's ooh, quintuple treasure golem. And because this is in a nether realm, Regalis isn't even gonna scold us for it. Oh, we get the long dialogue. Oh yeah, and these treasure golems are actually fused, so we get to see some interesting looking color palettes. And we get a nether stone out of one of them. Could have been better with 5 treasure golems. Well, I spoke too soon. It did get better. Waspid Hive Leader card gives us our 3rd drop for the episode. And let's take a look. The Waspid set is now complete. 25 cards now is gonna complete our card collection. Right, and this is a nether boss realm, so we can summon people at the candle if we want. So already we found 2 cards from random loot. And 1 from the creature directly. And we're still relatively early into the episode. So there's potential for us to find more. Alright. So what's up here? Oh, there's some treasure, some buried treasure. I thought that was a... So this creature wasn't moving. I thought that was going to be a civilian who was going to give us some loot, but I think it was just a creature who was trapped because he can't move through interactable objects. So he was trapped on the top by that skull, on the left by this breakable object, and then there's another one on the bottom. So that's... Oh no! It's the... Why did I say oh no? Like, my brain got fried. It's the Construct Master. Oh, this is the best. This is just the best. Like, this is just the actual best. Let's see if we can... There we go. And this is our 7th win against the Construct Master. Oh. This is beautiful. Let's wait for the achievement to pop. Yeah, Master of Construct, 7. So beautiful. Faraway Enclave is Lister. Let's just get Furness dealt with. Let's entangle some roots. Don't want these guys taking any turns. Playman. Furness. I mean, I understand that nether bosses just have in their party like whatever creatures are native to the realm that you fight them in, but I feel like Furness should have elementals in his party. Maybe they should make an exception for him. Although maybe that'll be... Maybe that'll make him too overpowered for lower level parties. Not even lower level, but for parties that are fighting him without having a fully assembled build. Alright, so what do we need to do? We still need to do life creatures. So let's do some more life summons. Get some more sphinxes on the field. We found 3 cards and a rare master encounter. But who's to say we can't find more things? Of course, what I'd really like to find is the 2 remaining dumpling cards. But if we... The more cards we find, you know, eventually we'll get them, because there will be fewer other cards that can draw. Alright. A lot of sphinxes. There are other creatures in the realm as well. Oh yeah, and we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit to kill the nemesis creatures that we will have summoned. Alright. Alright, nothing there. And we'll walk around the map a little bit, because I suspect that we will have... Hang on. Where the hell are my spider shrines? Did they glitch out and not spawn? Or is there a part of the map that I haven't been to? I think maybe the spider shrines glitched out and simply didn't spawn, because it does look like a bit of a weirdly laid out realm. So I'll just walk here just to make sure we're not leaving any nemesis creatures behind. And then we'll head home. And I mean, you could have seen even before we entered into this room that none of these people were nemesis creatures. But might as well kill them now that... So now that prophecy task is completed. So I want to check something. We still need to kill chaos creatures. And I have a macro for that. I want to test something with my chaos. In fact, I've already put the line in. So if we look at... well... Let me just remove this line, because this is the line that I added. Oh, there's no point removing it. So the original version of this macro did not have this line. I haven't tested it, but I just put this line in. This one's just like a generic thing. You know, don't worry about that. So the first thing is, if the entire enemy party isn't chaos, then test next line. Now what I want to know is, does this flag the next line as a line that shouldn't trigger unless the previous line is met, or will it just happen regardless? So, well, hang on. I need to assign the macro first. Okay. I was like, wow, that didn't work. No, no. I need to assign the macro. Chaos Nexus macro. So, Brownie are life type creatures. Oh no, it overwrites it. Okay. Now they've changed to Chaos. So it works if they're not Chaos. Okay. Noted. But will it know that you shouldn't cast this if they are Chaos? That's something I want to try and figure out. Like, does this work? So, let's just summon a random Chaos creature. Cancerous Smog. Sure. Summon one of these guys. If it casts it, then that means this doesn't work. It does work. It does work. That's beautiful. It does work. It does flag the next line as a thing that works. So let's go back to the castle and hand in our project. So the reason this is important is because it helps us get progress on killing chaos creatures while also killing creatures that we need to farm for cards. So we kind of get to double dip a little bit. By the way, we're on to plague doctors in terms of farming for trait materials, because I'd like to get one of each trait material that I don't have. Okay. So this what was I gonna say? This macro adjustment was suggested on the Siralim Discord. And I should have tried it earlier. I think I did try test next line with some other thing, and I probably even did it off screen, and it didn't work. But now I'm feeling like that must mean that I must have done something wrong. Or maybe it was some other niche circumstance. But you know what, I'll talk about this again next episode, because it's the kind of thing that I should probably put in the title. Ooh, 405 is a nice bonus. Probably put in the title and explain properly. Just so anybody who's interested in setting up their own macros in the game can have a bit of a tutorial on how to do it. Well, 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 it just won't stop. Fourth card drop for the episode. Skeleton Marksman card obtained. Let's see what that has done for the skeleton set. I can tell you that this set is now one card away from completion. And we're slowly making progress on Chaos Creatures as well. And it only triggers if the entire enemy party isn't Chaos. If the party has some Chaos Creatures in it, like this mirror image of our party, which will have 2 Chaos Creatures in it, then I'm like, you know, then don't bother. Alright. And against parties like this, I will just micromanage it, and I won't bother. Please stop. Thank you. Alright. What would we need to do? 2 more of those, 1 more of those. It's a bit of an unfortunate Rune of Prophecies. A lot of roadblocks that it's unlikely we'll be able to complete. Oh, they're fused with mimics! Enemies are fused with mimics. Huh. So... hang on a second. Shouldn't that make them... Chaos? Well, these guys are Chaos, but that's because they're bats. But shouldn't it give them the class of their fused? So let's... I mean, I think Colossus or Chaos... No, okay, so they retain their base class. I see. What? You fuck off. Rift Dancer is asleep. Miraxis is silenced. What a fucking joke. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna summon enemies in a mimic realm. Because the extra traits plus enemies being at the top of the timeline occasionally is a bit much. It's a wee bit much. Okay, let's try and corner this guy. There we go. And take out this golem. Alright. Useless netherstone. Sure. Alright, so we found 3 cards from random loot. 1 from a direct creature drop. Only 24 more cards. That's, I mean, that's a huge amount of progress that we made. I think we needed 28 cards at the start of this episode. So that's 1/6 of all of the remaining cards that we've picked up. Alright, let's make sure we explore off to the right. There's one more wandering enemy. And there you are. So you're dead, so we will cast it. Okay. Okay. It's good. Very good. Wish for glory from you. See, you see, these extra traits are pretty annoying, and this is why I'm not doing farming in this round. And luckily this is the last combat that we'll have to do. I'm pretty sure. Get useless netherstone out of you, but that's okay. Yeah, not summoning anybody. I don't like this round. Also, we're done with the we're done with farming nature creatures. Sorry, with chaos creatures. So I'll switch over to regular rabbit dementia. Where is this? Oh, there's the final obelisks that we needed to complete the realm. There we go. And let's take a quick look around, make sure we're not leaving anything. There could be something down there. Let's check. There was something. Hang on, just give me a quick... Okay, sorry about that. I was just getting a call from my dentist to confirm an appointment. And with the appointment confirmed, let's continue. Alright. Next realm. Alright. Alright. Oh, sorry. I just got completely. My mind got completely derailed by that phone call. I think we just have to do a random. We don't have to head home, right? Yeah, we've got all our projects running, so we just have to do a regular random round. Okay, yeah. There we go. 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 Okay. Okay, so we've already found 4 cards this episode and a rare master encounter, you know? We're happy with the what we found so far. But who's to say there isn't more stuff to be found? Agile is annoying. But they're now dead. Alright, let's take you out. Alright. Ooh, trait. What is infinite scaling? It's 278. Electropods. Okay. That was a very grand name for a trait that ended up being not that interesting. It's only for a specific race, and it's only for one specific attribute. Alright. I don't think we're going to be doing any farming in this realm, because I don't like the chance to resist damage. We might do a little bit, just a tiny amount of farming, just to say that we did. All right. All right. Okay. Let's carry on. Okay. Okay. Nothing in the left or the right, that's fine. I'll summon one group of one group of enemies at the candle, just to make sure we're not leaving behind any chests, because this does seem to be one of those realms. All right, let's get things going. Man, it's one of those episodes that's been so good that it's kind of hard for me to even respond appropriately. We found a lot of cards. Obviously, that was good. That was fun. But then we also found a Construct Master encounter. And speaking of that Construct Master encounter, let's take a look at our list of achievements. Now only 4 more Master achievements remain. We need to find the Godspawn Master once more. And then Construct Master 3 more times. Another agile group of enemies is supremely annoying. Very annoying. But they are dead now. Okay, so what do we need to do? We can just summon whoever the heck we want. So, I don't know. Let's get a luxurious sins, I guess. Two of them. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay, okay. Are we done with this realm? Mostly. We just gotta make sure we explore it. Oh yeah, and we gotta fight the master, obviously. The Crusader Master. Let's do it like this. Triple cast is nice. And this should be enough. There we go. Just die, thank you. And I think we pretty much confirmed that there are no more chests to drop. Chests for enemies to drop in this realm. Oh yeah, we gotta find this thing. That gives us a bit of a good amount of favor with a whole bunch of buffs and a huge amount of favor with the Portrag, 500. I think that's the most you get out of any of these mini quests. Maybe the 4080 one, the one where you find those robot pieces. Maybe that gives you a bit more. But the thing about this one is, it also gives you other, like, in-realm bonuses, and one of them also gives you treasure. I don't know, maybe the 4080 one, like the level 80 or 90 bonus will buff the rewards for doing it. But at least at this stage, with this level of favor with the gods, this, the one at Eternity's End seems like it's the most profitable. Anyway, we'll go back home, hand in a project, start a new project, and the cycle shall continue. Alright. Are we ready for a false god fight? We are. This episode has just flown by. How are we for time? Well, we're an hour and 8 minutes into it. Fair enough. So let's take this into the Arachnid Nest for the final realm of the episode. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Whatever, I'll give you more health. That was a horrible first choice, though. What's going on in this realm? Nothing too bad, okay. That's fair. Enemies are fused with revenants, which shouldn't be bothering us that much. This is gonna suck. Gave him the 10% damage cap. But we did it for the loot. Alright. I'll give you the 3 buffs. You can lose less stats. Oh, we got another portal. Interesting. top of the timeline sounds good to me. Oh, it's Treasure Golem 2.0. You're the piece of shit who's been killing my friends. Yeah. Guilty as charged. Oopsie. Oh no, looks like you're dead too. That's tragic. And we get another... What? Treasure Golems... What did it say? Treasure Golems... What? Did it say Treasure Golems... Teddy bear? Is that a trait? It did! There's a new trait material. Shit. Additional okay, again, it's based on resources. Deal additional damage equal to 20%. Oh, okay. Whichever stat corresponds to your lowest amount of resources. Gain stat, do more damage. Interesting. I don't think we'll use it, but it's interesting and it's cool and it's something new, right? I do like collecting trait materials. Just, you know, have, you know, try to have one of each, although I don't know how feasible that'll be. Because I think there are some that you just can't collect, right? Because you can't collect certain boss trait materials. Maybe the Godspawn ones. Certainly the Avatar ones, I think you probably can't collect them. Anyway, let's let's get through this realm. We've got 2 more enemies. Ooh, super slow down. 2 more enemies and a master. Alright. Where are these enemies? And that's the cockatrice master. Alright, you're down. You're out. It looks like both of the enemies are over there. Okay, that's done. This is a long tunnel that ended in nothing. Alright, let's take out the cockatrice master. Let's see if maybe we can punch them to death. I think we might just barely have enough. Yeah, the star pacts should do it. And then the corpse explosions. Revenant King. I don't know why I specifically noticed the Revenant King fusion. I don't know. Just one of those random things that catches your attention. Okay, here's the final enemy. And let's do this luscious lager. Man, I don't know. Elementals are one of those creatures that you know, they're from pretty much every single class. I'll just show you what I mean. Yeah, see, they're all of the classes. It's not like abominations where they're all death. These ones, there's no way you're gonna remember what class every single elemental is. Or maybe you will. Maybe you have a memory that's just that good. But I don't. Anyway, let's take out Mindworms. Is going to be annoying because of the damage cap. But I don't think we made him immune to any kind of damage. So that's good, I guess. And with you, I'll do tagging roots. And with you, I'll just do more Clayman. And I think we're good. Alright. Yeah, he's about to have a bad time once our spells start hitting him. There we go. Fuck off. Resurrect on death, really? Come on. That's annoying. That's so cheap. How false gods just are immune to burn their corpses. Right, so nothing from the chests. Let's collect our anointment and our heaping treasure. Inverted. Gain buffs after resurrection. This could be an interesting thing. Stat changes. We have other things that do this. Singe. You know what? Let's say Gravity's Void. Yeah, but just for fun. And our heaping treasure gives us nothing except for a bit of reputation. Okay. Alright. So, should we do any farming? It's, well, you know what, there's a small spot where there might be a chest that I missed, and while I'm going there, I might as well summon some luxurious sins. Excuse me? What? What? Why are there... Did I... Why are there 16 enemies? Well... 5th card drop for the episode. Unfortunately, the rest of these enemies are gonna be, useless to us now. Let's take a look at the, what that's done to the Sin card set. It's completed it. Now, we are one card each from completing the Skeleton and Smith set. So 2 cards away from completing page 6 entirely. That's our, what, 5th card drop for the episode? 2 of them came from the creatures, 3 of them came from random loot. And only 23 cards remain in the game, actually. Wow. All right, let's get this done. Unfortunately, the rest of these sins are just going to be getting in our way. They might drop a skin. But at this point, I'm just ready to leave. I'm not going to focus on skin farming yet. That's going to be something to think about in the future. For now, let's just get this card collection done. And there isn't even a chest there. Okay. So let's head home. We'll hand in our Goblet of Trials. Sorry, our Rune of Prophecies. Unfortunately, we didn't get another buried treasure. That would have been nice. We didn't get lucky with this. That would have been nice. Whatever. Let's head back to the castle. Start out by doing this. 6 lines, that's fine. We don't need to kill a specific false god this time. We'll do slot machines and Siralim. I'll do the arena combat next time. So it was Siralim and slot machines, was it? Yeah. Yes. Alright, let's do this quickly, because we do need to wrap up this episode. And there we go, and slot machines is the other one. Loot machines. Let's get this done. And didn't get anything, that's fine. Okay. Oh, we also have to set a bounty. We don't need to kill a specific god, so I'm just gonna go for... I don't know. Somebody easy. Let's do... Let's do Lost Construct. Let's do Lloyd Prime. Alright. Now let's do this. So we've got a few stones to get rid of. Let me open up my screenshots folder. So what do we get? We have a Twinkling Globe Rarity 304. We then have Shimmering Jewel Rarity 310. We then have Shiny Stone 208. And let's go to our lower level ones, and let's cull this list a little bit. There we go. And lastly, let's roll ourselves a bonus. Actually, no, because I'm pretty sure Arena Combat is going to overwrite that bonus. So we'll do that next episode. Also, are we... Yeah, we're making progress on this. We won't need to hand in the Rune of Prophecies for this one, so we'll just do that next time. Alright, so let's then reflect on what we accomplished this episode. I think the biggest thing that happened this episode, obviously, was the 7th encounter with the Master of Constructs. Only need to find this guy 3 more times. Oh, the other big thing that happened is we finished the card set achievements, but we're not done. We're gonna finish the entire card album, and only then will we rest. So there's some work to be done. Speaking of that, in this episode, I think we started at 1024 and then found 5 cards, 3 from random loot, 2 from creatures, a huge chunk of the remaining cards, and now only 23 remain to be found. We have like what, 26, 27 episodes, so now we need less than 1 card per episode on average, and that really does take the pressure off. But yeah, that was a really productive episode. Let's also take a look at some of our other achievement progress. Haven't shown these battle achievements in a while. We are getting close to 92,000 provokes. We just moved past 47,000 defends, so that's pretty good as well. And with that, I think it's time to draw this episode to a close. It's time for me to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you've been enjoying this series progress, and if you have, do consider subscribing. Regardless though, I'm just glad you were around for this one, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode as well. And until then, take care.